Well, hello and welcome back to another in the video series that we're recording for the VWAP Pro indicator from Quantum. And in this video, we're focused on the TWAP, which is the time weighted average price indicator, which is the indicator in the suite of 5, which does not have volume as part of the methodology, which you might find it curious, but the TWAP is, if you like, in many ways, it is a variant of the VWAP. And if you've watched the introductory video on the TWAP that I recorded on Meta, I've actually extended that now. And what I mentioned there is that we would look at it on multiple timeframes, which is what I've set up. So in case you've not seen that one, let me just explain what we have here. On the top, we have, well, it's the same stock for all 4 charts. On the top line, we have the 1-minute time frame, and on the bottom line, we have the 3-minute time frame. The left-hand charts are set up as for using the VWAP indicator. So if we click on the indicator here, you can see we've got volume, and we also have our VWAP Pro, and that one is set up for the VWAP, as indeed is the one below. Just click on the indicators again. Down to the indicator itself. There we are. We're on the VWAP. Okay. So we've got the VWAP on both top and bottom on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side here, we've got the TWAP. We just click on the indicators again, and we've only got the one indicator, and we're on the TWAP. And the same on the chart below. Just click on that. There we go. We're on the TWAP. So that's one of our 5. We've got the VWAP, the moving VWAP, the anchored VWAP, the TWAP we're on here, and the intraday VWAP, and I'll do some more videos on that shortly. When we left the initial introductory video on Meta on the 1 minute, we were coming up to a potential reversal, which indeed is what we've seen. I said at the time we were getting a long way from the, in both cases, both in terms of the VWAP, we were getting very overextended in terms of the outer envelope, which is our one standard deviation from the VWAP. The VWAP is our central line here and our central line here. And over here we have the TWAP. Now the TWAP is basically looking at purely price. It's averaging price over an extended period. And the reason that it's important, and the reason it is a support indicator, it's a complementary indicator, if you like, to the VWAP, because what the VWAP is doing is really looking at volume and bringing volume into that weighting equation, whereas what we're doing with the TWAP is a distilled version of purely on price. So we're looking at price and time on the right-hand side, and we're looking at volume weighted on the left-hand side. So the two are entirely complementary. You'll notice also I've removed volume from the right-hand charts because we are purely dealing with time here. No longer is volume a component, and therefore I've taken it off the screen. And that's why, as I said in the first video, it's so important that you use the TWAP in combination with the VWAP, because then you are using not only a complementary indicator, but you're also applying volume price analysis to the decision-making process of getting in, of staying in, and getting out. But what the TWAP does, as you can see here, we get to the outer, well away from the outer envelope, we come back down through the WAP itself and back down to the bottom envelope, and now we're starting to move that off, back up through there and higher still. And the reason that price is so important is because from an institutional perspective, from the algorithm perspective, the institutions who are moving very, very large blocks of stock, they want to be buying at the best possible price. And therefore, they want to have a mechanism by which they can not only judge whether the price is fair, whether it's at market value, whether it's overpriced or underpriced, but they also want to be able to deliver those blocks at the correct proportional representation of volume as it goes through the market. So this is why the VWAP and the TWAP are very much interconnected. So the TWAP is giving you a much tighter view of price, if you like, and hence you see the outer envelopes are one standard deviation away from the weighted average price in the center here. They are very much tighter because we are moving much more closely to the price action, whereas over here on the VWAP, the whole thing is weighted by volume, and therefore a different construction and a different appearance as well, and the bands will tend to be wider also. So you will tend to get quite tight bands on the TWAP, looser bands on the VWAP, but the two are entirely complementary. And what we're looking at constantly, and the TWAP is used in exactly the same way as we use the VWAP in all the videos, if you've watched those, we are looking at how far price is moving away from the central line, whether we're getting very extended away from our outer envelopes of one standard deviation top and bottom, and you can of course change these accordingly. It's entirely up to you what you set them at, but I say the default that we send the indicator out in is with a one standard setting. So this is the configuration that I would urge you to use, because it combines everything really onto the one workspace. You've got your VWAP, you've got your volume price methodology, and you have your TWAP as your pure essential price-driven mechanism, if you're your price-driven indicator, which is giving you those all-important signals as to whether price is fair value, whether it's overpriced, or whether it's underpriced in terms of the stock's valuation. And that is an essential component, which is a great sister indicator, if you like, to the VWAP, which is why we use them in combination. And the other thing, which I also stressed in the introductory video on the TWAP, was this is an out-and-out scalping tool, which is why I've got the 1 minute and the 3 minute set up here. Now, you might well have three time frames. You might have the 1, 3, and the 5. Absolutely fine. But the point is that the TWAP, very much like the VWAP, are indicators for intraday day trading. These are not swing or trend trading tools. These are out-and-out scalping tools for making quick decisions in fast-moving markets for stocks, for ETFs, use them on index futures, whatever you wish. But that is the way to use them. And of course, as here, using them in multiple time frames to give you that all-important different perspective. And you can see here we've got some weakness coming in. Markets, the stock is trying to rally, pushed up here, good volume under that one. So there is a little bit of weakness signal there. And on the 1 minute, we've just come to a bit of a pause point as well, well beyond the envelope here. And looking at the price, as you see, the price is much, much tighter to the envelope. So you've got a completely different perspective. And you can see how it bounces off the envelope here. The price comes down, it gets to the outer envelope, bang, up it goes again. Exactly the same principle here. Up we go again. So again, it's a super indicator, but use it in the right way. Use it in combination with the VWAP. The two are showing you different aspects of the price action, one weighted with volume, one pure price action. And that's the reason we included it in this pack of 5 as another tool that you can use to help you in your intraday trading on stocks, on ETFs, index futures, futures in general, whatever it may be. So I hope you've enjoyed this particular video. Lots more to come as always. Thanks for watching. See you soon, and bye for now.